Many ages ago, man lived in harmony with the gods of old. For anything that man could not explain himself, he looked to the gods for explanation. Through them, man found reason and purpose. Eventually, man found reason and purpose beyond the gods, and so, man evolved. Man separated from the gods. Man developed at such an alarming rate, they risked destroying themselves. When the gods returned to save man from himself, they were forsaken. The gods took sides. Some sought to prevent the self-destructive way of man, and others felt man should be left to their own devices. The entirety of man simply ceased to be. The mortal plane now houses gods, no longer deified, vagrants who seek the reason and purpose they once provided.
Prologue. Several ogre-like beasts throng around a cloaked girl. Old leather barely covers swelled stomachs. Faces uglied by metal and ink. Derelicts of yesteryear make claim to land that was never theirs. Old tenants long gone means this world is free for the taking.
What's the matter, little girl?
The first ugly spits from word to word.
Who were you expecting when you came a-knockin'? 3 little pigs.
The grotesque oaf inches towards her. They belch and laugh and fart and seem all around too pleased by the goading of the frail thing before them. Freaks.
She's a bit small for the boss. Maybe we ought to break her in.
The second ugly suggests, breath reeking of cabbage, beer, and cheese. She notes that these 3 work for another. Her eyes barely peek out from beneath a dirtied old hood. In seconds, she observes her surroundings and several clear weaknesses in the men before her. An offset knee, a lazy eye, and a swollen wrist, likely recovering from a recent sprain. She eyes the scattered debris in leveled buildings. Once a city, now a trench for freaks to fester and rankle. Third ugly finally makes his move. A terrible-looking arm reaches out at her. It's comprised of fat on top of muscle and cluttered with tattoos of knives and blood and flames. His thick fingers inch across her hooded head. His hand curves along her hood until his gray skin meets her pink face.
Let's get a look at you. See how pretty you are.
He says as he yanks her hood back. The cold air brushes along her soft, innocent features, a pale face littered by freckles. Her hair is a crimson mess, unruly yet matted after being beneath that hood for so long. A single sharp horn protrudes from the side of her head. It contrasts with her blue eyes. Dark raven-like plumage peeks out from beneath her cloak.
Oh man, she's cute.
His nostrils flare as he speaks.
Holy hell, how old do you think she is? She's probably still a godling.
Another whines while they crowd her, as though her age matters to them. She reaches up and gingerly strokes her digits along Ugly's forearm.
Getting friendly already?
Ugly belches.
You're a smart little thing. No fair.
Another says, smoldering around the others.
You ain't thinking about having her first, are ya?
I'm the one who spotted her trespassing. At least let me get the first taste.
Another protests, complete with an elbow to the other side. Her hand rests atop the biggest, baddest Ugly's arm, the one bold enough to touch her.
See, boys, it's clear she's made her choice.
Her hand strokes his as though beckoning him to pet her. In a faint attempt at cuteness, she speaks in a little voice.
Can you? Won't you? Will you worship me?
They pause, then there's some uneasy-sounding laughter between the men. They must be taken back by her question. Figures they're just as dumb as they look.
Worship you? Don't you know you'll be the one begging us for more, little lady?
The fattest of them laughs the loudest. His satisfied laughter becomes pained screams. His fellow uglies look in surprise as he rears back and howls like a fool. Fatty clutches his wrist as he falls to the ground, his hand broken in several places, one weakness exploited. One of the freak's friends looks up while the other tends to his hand. Quickly, she rushes another ugly. She ducks down, spins, and comes in at his left side, taking advantage of that lazy eye. Full of righteous indignation, her fist slams into his face with a meaty thud. His body hits the ground with an even more satisfying thud than the first.
Ooh, I love that sound,
She says slyly, her outstretched fist trembling. Last man standing gets brave. He picks up a club and points it at the slender young girl. He might have been intimidating if he weren't shaking. She quickly closes the gap. He brings the club above his head, putting all the weight on his back leg. There she is, nicking at that strained knee. He buckles, dropping the club down atop his head. Ugly falls to his knees, and before he can even realize what's happened, both ears are being clapped at full force. He's discombobulated, so much so that a single poke to that protruding gut is enough to lay him out flat. Her clawed foot presses down onto his chest. She leans in close so there's no mistaking it when she whispers,
"You're gonna run back to your base and tell your chief this land is mine now. If he knows what's good for him, he'll swear his fealty to me."
Her voice is that of a child, but her words carry the weight and malice of a monster.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Ugly coughs. Snot climbs out of his flaring nostrils. A wry grin grows on her little face. This is her favorite part.
What? It wasn't obvious? I'm Morgan, the Phantom Queen.